I recently drove the Tesla Model Y for the first time, and to be perfectly honest with you, there are a few things that I wasn't expecting that surprised me. In this video, I'm going to talk about exactly what surprised me about the Tesla Model Y, and we're going to talk about a few of the things that I liked and didn't like. The first one is a happy surprise, and that was just the amount of space inside the car and also baggage space. Wow, it is just so spacious. Although it doesn't look that much bigger than the Tesla Model 3 from the outside, they've really succeeded in just giving it an awesome amount of space. It's so comfortable, not just for the driver, but especially for the passengers in the back seat as well. It is super spacious in there. So if you're a family or if you've got, three or four people or kids and car seats and lots of bags like we did, there's plenty of space available. In fact, a surprising amount of space available in the Tesla Model Y. If you're familiar with Teslas, maybe you already know this, but for me, I was kind of surprised at just how many similarities there were between the Tesla Model Y and the Tesla Model 3. Now, having driven both of them now, that seems pretty obvious and maybe a bit silly, and hey, you probably know that already. But for a lot of people that are not familiar with Teslas or not familiar with the differences between models, that might be a surprise to you, as it was to me when I first jumped into the car. But in terms of the way it looks and feels and drives and the lack of instrument cluster and just all of the systems, obviously it's got a lot in common with the Tesla Model 3. So that kind of surprised me, but that was a good thing as well because it made it very easy to just jump straight into the car and feel like maybe saying that felt like I was at home is maybe a stretch, but I certainly felt like I kind of knew what I was doing. So that was a nice surprise. By the way, if you want to get all of my notes about the Tesla Model Y and every other EV that I drive, click on the first link below in the description and I'll send everything right to you. On the flip side, there are things that I didn't like about the Tesla Model 3 that I still don't like about the Tesla Model Y, like with the sunroof. There's nowhere to hide from the sun. So if you're in a place where it's really hot and sunny and there's nowhere to hide from the sun, like I was recently in South Australia or earlier this year in Western Australia, it gets really hot and there's a lot of sun and nowhere to hide. So yeah, there's just no escape. So you might want to consider wearing a hat. I have hair and I was still feeling like I was getting a sunburned head. So that's something that surprised me, I guess. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the sunroof in the Tesla Model Y. Okay, something else that surprised me that I wasn't a fan of was the autopilot. Having driven the Tesla Model 3 earlier this year and played around with the autopilot then, I thought it was okay earlier this year. And I was expecting my experience more recently with the Tesla Model Y autopilot to be a bit more filled with confidence and a bit more enjoyable. I gotta say, I don't know, maybe it was operator error, maybe it was a new software version, or maybe it's just the differences between the Model 3 and the Model Y. I don't know. You tell me what you think about the autopilot. But personally speaking, I don't love it. And I certainly don't trust it. And when it is engaged, I've got my hand on the steering wheel at all times, ready to take over, because there were a few times when the autopilot just disengaged. It just gave up. And if you're not ready, if you're not watching, you might not even notice. The same thing happens in the BYD Atto 3, and I'm sure it happens with all vehicles, but I just don't like it, to be honest. In fact, the only times that I really had any confidence in the autopilot were in settings where we might be on the freeway and there's maybe some cars around, but not too many cars, and we're kind of flowing. It's fine, especially if it's during the day and the lines of the lane are well marked. But if you're out in the countryside and maybe you're on a dirt road or maybe on a road where the lines are not perfectly marked, it's not going to be great. I don't want to use it there. I don't feel confident in it. And equally around town where there's a lot of pedestrians, a lot of traffic, a lot of stopping, starting, traffic lights, a lot of hazards, I don't like it. So personally speaking, for my money, I'm going to drive manually when I'm in the city, when I'm way out on a dirt road in the countryside. And I might consider, in fact, I will often use the autopilot when we're kind of in those in-between phases, like on the freeway. But yeah, not a huge fan of the autopilot at the moment. A couple of nice surprises that I guess I could have done in the Tesla Model 3 earlier this year had I known how to. But things that I previously said that I didn't like about the Tesla Model 3 were firstly, that you couldn't make fine adjustments to the target speed for the adaptive cruise control when the autopilot is on. I mean, I'm sure you could, and now I know how to. I didn't know how to do it previously. I discovered that this time driving the Tesla Model Y, and it's just on the right-hand side of the steering wheel, the little flywheel there. That's how you can adjust the target speed very, very easily, and you can make those small 1 kilometer per hour adjustments. So that was a nice discovery. Similarly, I'd previously said about the Tesla Model 3 that I didn't like when you put it into reverse, how both of the rear view mirrors would just tilt down and look at the ground on either side of the car. I really didn't like that feature, but this time driving the Tesla Model Y, I figured out, obviously, if you know this probably, but I figured out how to disable that if you want to. So there were a couple of things that I previously said that I didn't like about Teslas, but now it's like, oh, okay, problem solved. So I guess I can withdraw my criticism of those two features because they're easily turned on or off depending on what you want. But here's the main thing that surprised me about the Tesla Model Y, and it's just how much I enjoyed driving it, just how much I liked the car. Yeah, sure, there are a few things that I didn't like about it, especially the turning performance. Hey, that really sucks. But overall, wow, the car was a complete pleasure to drive. I really thoroughly enjoyed every aspect of it. I love the car so much, and we will be driving the Tesla Model Y again in the future trips as a rental. I don't think I'll ever buy one, but wow, the car was certainly a pleasure to drive, and it really did surprise me how much I enjoyed driving it. But that's just my opinion. If you have a Tesla Model Y, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you like about it, perhaps what you don't like about it. If you're considering getting a Tesla Model Y at the moment and you're weighing your options, let me know what other cars you're looking at and which way you're leaning at the moment. If you want to have your EV featured right here on the channel, drop me a line, get in touch. We'll see if we can connect. If you're somewhere in Asia or Australia or maybe elsewhere in the world, get in touch and we'll see if we can make it happen. Until the next video, have a great day and yeah, take care. See you next time.